second touchdown here in this first half. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And Charles, they continue to have trouble stopping him as he's into the end zone yet again.
Yeah, that's multiple series now. They've ended with him in the end zone. A perfect plan on how to utilize him best when they get in close.
A penalty is declined.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 3rd. Miami's offense set and ready to go.
Okay, ready?
It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
On play action, here's Tua. Now the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both these offenses having their way so far, so maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Here we go on 4th down with Tua. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A surprising... Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off, and the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. This is caught, and he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up.
And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Offside. Defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points.
A penalty is declined.
And now this will be the final play of the half, as with no time remaining, they'll try and add 2 more to the lead right before intermission. And it's going to be caught. Not sure why they went for 2, but they do get it. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to... Well, that came a little abruptly here. Still working on my apple up in the booth. Hang on here. Let me spit this out. And we can get to the 3rd quarter now. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Ready for the start of the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. And the Chiefs ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
And they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half. We may be looking at the scoreboard. This offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? Jumping all the way from the outside, maybe getting a little early start in the corner blitz.
And the only time it makes sense to get that penalty is exactly as you described. Otherwise, he should never get that penalty.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. They go play fake. Mahomes. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the Dolphins are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. But pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem scrambling for 22 and a first.
Well, that turned out better. He could have thrown on that snap. The coverage downfield was excellent, but the containment close to home left him a backdoor escape, and they paid dearly for not locking up.
They find some open field here. Touchdown, Dolphins. Jalen Waddle, 58 yards. And the Dolphins are able to cut into that deficit. Mike McDaniel, no hesitation on his end. He's telling his offense to go for 2. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense.
Oh, that's true. You've said that before. I know they're down, but starting the third quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel that they've got to go ahead and make something happen. Steal a possession, try and steal some points, and get themselves right back in a position to try and win the game.
And an encroachment penalty here will cost them 5 yards.
And it makes it so simple, doesn't it? An easy free 5 yards for the offense given to them by the defense.
Mahomes now on first down. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football. All that great work in practice being put into the game.
And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey, an 11-yard touchdown, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
And he's got it here for the 2 points, but there is a marker down, so we'll have to see what that's about. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And trouble there on the kickoff as that goes out of bounds.
Free kick out of bounds.
So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure. Because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The third quarter action from Kansas City, 2nd down and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. A nice little gain. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Tua going to throw. Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Only took him 3 plays, and they're already in the red zone, just like that. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A run with Mostert up the middle. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
They give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game.
Touchdown! Tua fighting his old Alabama teammate, Jalen Waddle. And the Dolphins get a bit closer.
Well, if you've got him in your fantasy league, you like his production, his 2nd touchdown of the game. But right now, his team is trailing. Fortunately, he's playing pretty well and trying to keep him in it.
Yeah, they might need a little more from him here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they continue to call his number. Right now, he needs his defense to step up and give him a chance.
And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? Hands it off out of the gun. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. A nice stick and stop for a loss there from Jalen Phillips. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will see. We're back now in KC. It's the Chiefs with the lead and the football here as we get set for quarter number 4. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Encroachment, defense.
So jumping from his free safety spot.
That tells you how aggressive they are on defense, doesn't it? They get everyone involved.
Still first
a little too fast on that play.
So it's still 1st and goal, but now they get to try from a bit closer. They go play action. Now Mahomes. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Second down and goal. Mahomes. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced it.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes, a 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And the Chiefs have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try. Mahomes will throw for it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And the Dolphins are going to recover.
Illegal touching. Offense.
Yeah, we saw that one up here, CD. Offensive team, they touched that before it went 10 yards.
Obviously such a fine line, letting it go the required 10 yards, but also getting to it before the hands team can. Just didn't time it out right. And
the Chiefs are going to get him. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up Sackett.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach had plenty to say about this game.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. This offense so far on third down, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 17. It's brought in by Wilson. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Cedric Wilson, 46 yards. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. The two are going to try and throw for it. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is. And I don't know how much that particular play factored in. But with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Yellow.
Mahomes now on first down. Catch is made by Hardman. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. On the slant, he's got Hardman. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack.
And he's going to go down, sacked back at the 13-yard line. The sack there by Bradley Chubb.
That I'm struggling to understand a little bit. That close to the goal line, first down, run the football. If you want to throw it, throw some play action on second down.
So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's second and goal. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Back-to-back great plays defensively. You get the sack on first and goal. A great job in coverage there. All of a sudden, they're looking at third and goal from further back than when they started.
And the really good play callers look ahead and down and distance sequence. Now he's got to backtrack a little bit and go maybe off his play sheet.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Xavier Howard.
Offside. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So now after the penalty, they'll try again here on third and goal. Here's Mahomes to throw. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a fourth down situation.
That looked great when he first took off because in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with this fourth down call.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. An incompletion there on fourth and goal from the 3. And the Dolphins celebrate their goal line stand. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And now their defense came through with the goal line stand, got them the ball back. Let's see what they can do about putting a drive together. Long way to go.
Defense, a goal line stand, they've got to make that stand up themselves, right? Give the deep breath on the sidelines. At least get 2 first downs. 3 would be better. Change field position. Let them catch their breath.
Play action. Now it's Tua. And he's taken down. A cheap. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Tua sets up to pass it. And his throw is incomplete.
Partner guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
And going deep for Hill. And that almost intercepted. Oh, they would have loved to have their first pick of the game right there, but at least it does get them to fourth down. Fourth down, fourth quarter. Here's Tua. He is going to find Hill here. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. 20. And he will have a Dolphins first down on what will be a big play there. And long. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Mostert. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Raheem Mostert, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and they actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on the stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
So down only 2 now, still a chance to finagle their way into field goal range if they can get this onside kick. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a...
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. The 20, 10. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And the lead is up to 5. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six.
Jason Sanders is the kickoff warning.
And did the Dolphins get it? Yes. Miami football. Well, they just scored, they got the lead, and they decide to keep their foot on the accelerator, so to speak.
Scouting, scouting, scouting. They had to have seen something in their preparation for this game that told them in this situation, if they get the look they like, let's go ahead and go for it anyway. They like being bold.
To his throw, caught by... And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Now a second down and 6. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That was a good play. An incompletion that feels like a disappointment. The ball was tipped in the air, a chance for an interception, and you can just feel the home crowd coming together thinking, this is the big play we've been looking for. And when it falls to the ground, a little bit of disappointment, even though it was a good play.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Tagovailoa. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game.
Let's go now.
To throw is Tua. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
He's been making himself a weapon as a runner, and the result unwelcomed by his offense. My question is about the defense we're watching right now, partner. Even after he got him with a scramble earlier this drive, they still aren't devoting enough attention to him. I would expect that after that carry, they'll do a much better job going forward, spying on him on passing downs.